I have the latest information on the stimulus negotiations between Nancy and Steve on their 48-hour self-imposed deadline. Over the last few hours, I've had quite a few people reaching out in the comments section saying, hey, can you give us an update? What happened? Did they get a deal? Are we done with negotiations? Where do we go from here? Can you give us an update? Hey, don't worry about it. I got your back. I'm doing all the research so that you don't need to. But let's get right into it. I have all the information I'm going to be discussing in this video. But quickly, as always, my videos pertain to everybody, including Social Security recipients, retirement, disability, and survivors. SSI, supplemental security income, VA, RRB, low income, and no income. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you're returning, hey, welcome back. Thanks so much for being here once again with me. I really appreciate seeing you. Let's get right into it and talk about what did they do today and see where we go from here. Also, I realize this video is a little bit later than I typically upload, but I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs all day long waiting for an update so that I could bring it to you. Well, guess what? We're getting kind of late here, and it seems like this is about all the information we're going to get for the day. So I decided I'm going to do this video even though it's kind of late, but don't worry, I got you. All right, let's talk about it. So, Nancy and Steve, they spoke today for 45 minutes. I have to say, I nailed it. Earlier today in my video, I said I anticipate they will speak for no longer than 60 minutes. Yes, I love being right. I nailed it. 45 minutes. That's all they could handle with each other. So anyway, it's kind of like a long running joke with me that seriously they can only talk for 60 minutes at the absolute most. But anyway, let's get into more content. So Nancy Pelosi. Actually, so this is the deadline, the end of the day today is this self-imposed deadline that Nancy laid out on Sunday. So she was actually out to clarify. She said, we don't need to have a deal by the end of the day today, Tuesday, but rather they wanted both sides to come together with their best proposals to go forward from here. Now, here's the deal. If they don't have a deal by the end of today, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's highly likely that they won't considering the time that I'm recording this, and I've been looking through all the information all day long, and I highly doubt that they're talking right now. So they're not going to have a deal by the end of today, but don't worry. The negotiations are not going to cease going forward, but rather, she just wanted both sides to come together with their best offer by the end of today. So I hope that helps to clarify it a little bit. What's also interesting, today, Nancy Pelosi was in an interview, and if you caught that interview, she was actually really calm. She seemed like a nice grandma, like a nice little grandma, and which is actually interesting because it's a complete change of tone compared to that interview that she had just the other day with Wolf Blitzer. If you caught that interview, she was really aggressive in that interview. But today, she seemed really, really pleasant, which was a nice little change of tone. She seemed, it almost like she had a lot of peace within her, like they were getting really close to a deal. She was finally getting what she wanted in this package. It was just really nice to see this tone in her voice and her attitude. She was really pleasant to actually listen to. I was surprised. It was nice to listen to that interview, so that was good. In the interview, also, she mentioned that she wanted this deal so that people could have money in their pockets by November 1st to pay their rent. Well, that would be great. I agree that many people would love to have that money in their pocket by November 1st. I guess when I think of that, I think, oh yeah, that's what all of us want to do. Get a stimulus check so that we can give it to our landlord right away. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. But I guess I'd rather go and go to the grocery store, maybe buy some clothes since, it's getting cold now. I don't know, pay for things more fun than rent payments. But I get it. Rent is very essential too so that you can maintain where you live. I get that. But anyway, Nancy Pelosi said that she wants all of the language to be determined and to kind of negotiated out between both parties by Friday of this week. She also mentioned that she wanted this, all the finishing touches on this stimulus bill to be written up by the end of next Friday. So, it's good that they're doing this, and hopefully they can have all this language written up by this Friday, because as we know, at the speed at which government moves, they're incredibly slow. So they need to get all of this stuff together because the process actually takes a while. Remember, we need an agreement between Nancy and Steve. We need the president to agree on this, which I have a little quote here from President Trump here in just a second. But we need the president to approve it. After that, we need the House to approve it. We need the Senate to approve it. And then we need the president to sign it. Remember, there's a lot of steps here. So it takes time for all of this to go into action. At the same time, I want to mention this again. Steve Mnuchin has said this multiple times over the last few months, which is, remember, he's the Treasury Secretary. He's the guy with the money. So what the deal is with him, he said that he can push these checks out, the stimulus checks, out to the people within a matter of just 1 week. So as soon as we get this thing approved, I feel like, hey, Stevie boy, get your little mailing machine out, get your digital printer out, and start pushing this money out to the people, because you said 1 week, and we're going to hold it to you because, seriously, time is of the essence right now, as all of us know. So, yeah, I wanted to mention that again because he keeps touting this hey, I can get money out within a week. Well, let's see it, perform. That's how I like to see it. That's how I like to say things to people. Show us the money. Literally, show us the money. We want to see the money. Also, President Trump was out today in an interview, and he said he wants to go even bigger than the Democrats. However, some Republicans don't agree. So, but either way, what's also interesting, Mitch McConnell. Remember Mitch McConnell? We don't talk about him a whole lot because during this negotiation, he doesn't really matter. But Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Senate on the Republican side, he was actually out today, even though he's been so opposed of this big stimulus package. He's been opposed to it for a very long time now. However, today he was out in a statement and said that he would agree to bring it to the floor for a vote in the Senate, provided President Trump agrees to sign it first. So basically, if we get an agreement between Nancy and Steve, and the President Trump says, yep, I'll sign it, then Mitch McConnell said, okay, well, I guess I'll bring it to the floor for a vote. So that's actually some progress, considering this whole time he's been incredibly opposed to this big stimulus package. In fact, he's working on this little $500 billion package I've talked about quite a bit yesterday, and today I talked about it, and we know it's not going to get any traction. He's working on this $500 billion, wasting time, while we have Nancy and Steve here working on this, we'll just call it nearly $2 trillion bill, working on this, negotiating this thing out. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Also, that's pretty much what we have. I do have something else on my notes, but literally, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember what it is. And as you know, I'm blind, so I can't really see what my notes say. So that's about it. My last little note that I had wasn't all that impressive. But either way, I wanted to bring you this update because I've had a lot of you asking me, hey, can you bring me an update? So here you go. Here it is. They don't technically have a deal on the table. However, it doesn't really matter. This is just a deadline that Nancy threw out there. It's just an ambiguous deadline. It doesn't really mean anything that they don't have a deal right now. I get it. Everybody wants a deal. Everybody needs a deal right now. However, they, one of their major sticking points right now, the two major sticking points that they are down to right now is state and local government funding, which we know this has been a big issue between them for this whole time. And the next issue is those liability protections that Republicans want. These are what they're down to, these last two provisions that they need to negotiate out. Other than that, they basically have this thing hammered home, and it's ready to kind of go. I know they're working incredibly slow, but they have another phone call or another discussion planned for tomorrow. So again, I'm going to throw some money down on this one and bet it's going to be for no more than 60 minutes. I'm literally not throwing any money down, but who knows? Maybe I'll do some random giveaways or something like that. I don't really know. But either way, there's your update. Don't get too discouraged. They will get this thing hammered out eventually. But again, they work so slow, it's really sad. But anyway, I hope this helps you out with the latest update. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another update with whatever happens overnight and what happens tomorrow morning. So I'll catch you then. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you in the morning. See you then.